Yeah, Alex, if you could just touch on the opportunity that you guys have presented in front of you this weekend, Georgia Tech, obviously, and how bunched up the ACC Coastal is right now. Just the opportunity to be able to move up in the standings and boost your resume here late in the season.
Yeah, definitely the end of the season right here is the home stretch. We got to finish strong. I mean, if we put ourselves in a good position going to the ACC tournament, seeding wise, it doesn't. You don't have as much pressure to go 2-0 in your bracket if you're seated at the top. Everybody seems to be bunched up. Seems like everybody's beating up on each other this year. But at the end of the day, we just got to all start Friday night, and if we can get the momentum going from our side from the first pitch of the game, then hopefully it carries over throughout the whole weekend.
All right, Al, we're going to go to Josh White of WVUM. Josh, go ahead.
Hey, Toral, you went through a little bit of a rough stretch. You hit a couple balls hard to the wall. One got robbed. You had a base hit to snap the skid the other way, and you pointed to the sky. Just obviously the game of baseball is kind of weird. You hit a couple hard hit balls and nothing comes of it, and then you have a squibber off the bat. Just how do you stay focused mentally when you're going through a tough stretch like that?
Obviously, it's tough. I mean, baseball is not a game that's not necessarily fair. If you hit a ball in the nose of the bat, it doesn't mean it's going to fall. It's basically you against 9 defenders. So it's tough in that aspect. But yeah, I'm very satisfied with my approach. I'm very satisfied with the way I've been hitting the ball. And the outcome's not there. But at the end of the day, I know that, hopefully I could, keep having those type of at bats to propel me forward to get really hot here at the end of the season and help us win some games that are going to matter now coming up shortly.
Anything else for Toral? All right, we're going to go to Christopher Stock of Inside the U. Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, Alex, you just touched on maybe not having the results. I was just curious what it's like as a hitter in baseball. Maybe not. It's probably hard not to press too much. It seems like a sport that would be difficult when you're going through some tough times. I was just curious what you've learned on how to deal with some of that stuff.
Just not putting so much pressure on yourself. I think it's a big thing. I mean, we have a very talented team. A lot of guys in the lineup could step up and get the job done. And this weekend, I mean, I only got one hit. It came on Sunday, and I had been hitting balls hard, and they weren't falling, so I wasn't producing for the team, so to speak. But it seemed like everybody else was just picking me up. Put up a lot of runs throughout the whole weekend, so it doesn't have to say you don't have to get the job done yourself for the whole team. That there's guys throughout the whole lineup that can step up and knock in two or three at any given time.
And maybe with that, I was curious about maybe the team's mindset, maybe these final 7 games. I know you touched on this weekend, but just these final 7 games going into what you guys are going into.
I think the mindset has to be that we got to come together as one team. I don't think I know a lot of guys are pressing for individual stats and pressing for a lot of individual accolades that they might want to reach, but at the end of the day, if we come together as a team and we play collective baseball and everybody's pulling for the guy in front and behind of them, those individual accolades will come. You will produce the numbers that you want to see if you're playing for the guy next to you and not putting that pressure on yourself.